Hey guys, what's up? Richie from 04 Mach 1 Speed. Alright, so the point of this video is for the fact that I went into Walmart not too long ago and I saw a flashlight with the basically a 4-die emitter, and I know it wasn't the MCE. So it was either the XHP50 or the MKR. Definitely, probably, I kind of narrowed it down. It probably isn't the XHP50, considering the XHP50 and 70 are both considered high-powered and more expensive emitters. And the MKR and the XHP50, they look very, very similar. So I did narrow it down to the fact that I think it's the MKR. You guys remember when the XML emitter first came out, the XML T6, it was pretty much a benchmark in LED technology because really the only high-powered LEDs was the MCE, the SST50, and the SST90. Those were really the only LEDs that were incorporated into flashlights. And then when that XML first came out, that was kind of in the point in time when the Lumitop TD15X came out, and you go into Walmart and you definitely wouldn't have seen an XML flashlight. They're still kind of using the Luxion LEDs, and the XML was definitely nowhere to be seen. And it wasn't until 2 years later, I believe it was about 2 years later, when you go into Walmart and you finally started seeing the XML LED, the XML T6. But by that time, the XML2 had already come out, and that was pretty much the new predecessor of those particular LEDs. The XML2 was basically generation 2 of the X-Lams. It was more powerful, more efficient, just a much better LED. And that was right around the time you started seeing the XML T6 and some of the flashlights like Dorsey and Coleman and Brinkman and all those cheaper flashlights. But when the XML2 Generation 2 basically came out, the XML finally started showing up in a lot of the flashlights in Walmart. And so I remember going in there and seeing most of the flashlights. They all had pretty much the XML, which was incredible. But it wasn't until another couple of years later when the MCE, not the MCE, the XHP50, the MKR, the MTG2, more efficient LEDs started hitting the market, that you finally started seeing the XML2 and some of the flashlights being sold. I have to admit, I don't know if it's just where I live, but I mean, it could be, but it could be just a nationwide Walmart thing. I just now started seeing the XML2 and some of the flashlights that Walmart sells. And most people that go into Walmart and they buy a flashlight, they don't normally think of that kind of stuff. They don't think about the technology behind those LEDs. They just see a 1,000 lumen flashlight or 1,100 lumen flashlight. I'm going to buy it. They have no idea what kind of LED is, and most of them probably don't even know what Korea Industries is. Like I say, I went in there the other day, about 2 weeks ago actually. That's more than the other day. And I saw a flashlight by Bushnell, and Bushnell is a pretty good company and make a lot of optics, make a lot of scopes for flashlights, binoculars. They can be a high-end company, not so expensive in the flashlight world, but I saw the 4-die LED, and let's face it, it definitely wasn't the MCE. The MCE is outdated. Nobody uses the MCE anymore. So I narrowed it down to the fact that it was the MKR. Now, it doesn't tell you on the back of the package what bin it is or what LED is. It just tells you that it's Korea Industries. So, of course, looking at it, of course, most LED and flashlight people or enthusiasts that are into flashlights, they can pretty much right off the bat tell what kind of LED. But this was the 4-die LED, so I definitely could have nothing but assumed the fact that it was the MKR LED. So, like I say, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just me that's weird. But I find it kind of crazy that Walmart is selling flashlights with the MKR. I mean, that is kind of the most up-to-date, most powerful LED you could buy, or most efficient at least. The XHP70 is pretty much the most powerful that Korea makes, I believe, at this point in time. The MKR, it supposedly puts out 200 lumens per watt, which is definitely a lot. It's definitely a huge amount of output for a relatively low amount of energy being used. So, like I said, just the whole point of this is the MKR. You can go into Walmart and buy a flashlight for $50 with the MKR. That's pretty cool. I might pick it up eventually and do a review of it to show you guys. And maybe, like I say, maybe it's just me. I don't know. But that's, seeing a flashlight with the MKR in Walmart, it's kind of like going to Target and seeing a flashlight with the SST90. I mean, it's kind of the same thing there, but let's face it, the SST90 is definitely not going to be used in any flashlights in Walmart or Target. It's not that it's not very powerful. The SST90 is powerful, but it's very inefficient, of course, as you guys know. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that flashlights that you normally see on internet, such as Through Night, Nightcore, Olight, Phoenix, Jet Beam, Through Night, Eagle Tac, all those flashlights, they're always going to be higher advanced, and they're going to be a lot further in flashlight technology as far as output is concerned than flashlights that you'll see in Walmart. In fact, when you finally start seeing the day where Walmart is selling 2,000 lumen flashlights, then that's the day that Nightcore is going to have 4,000 or 5,000 and 6,000 lumen flashlights, or internet flashlights for that matter. So internet flashlights, I call these internet flashlights because there's no stores around me within 100 miles that sell these kind of flashlights. But But those are the days that the internet flashlights to me are going to be much, much brighter anyway. So I guess this Walmart thing of mine, seeing a flashlight in there with the MKR shouldn't be too much of a mystery to me, or shouldn't be too weird to me, considering Walmart.com actually sells the Olight and Nightcore flashlights like the X6 Marauder and the TM series. So just in case you guys didn't know that, yeah, go to Walmart.com and they actually sell the X6 Marauder, the TM36 and the TM26 along with the TM06. So that kind of shocked me to see that Walmart.com sells all those high output flashlights like that. Target will always be my favorite store, but I am starting to like Walmart a little bit more, considering that all these flashlights are just it's kind of crazy. You go into Walmart and you see these bright flashlights now. So I don't know if it's just me, but let me know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, maybe I'm just the only one who's weird thinks about this, but I don't know. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching, as always.